WWE Hall of Famer, my first childhood crush.
Okay.
Like, I was obsessed with you, like, when your theme song was
That
dun,
one.
dun, 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 that. I had WWF No Mercy as a kid. Like, that was, 2019, like, I was right there with you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Trish Stratus.
If you haven't guessed by now, right?
It's Trish Stratus.
That theme music playing.
It's so
gosh.
good to see you. And I know that you're originally from Toronto, Canada, and now you're here in Arizona. How is the heat for you? Is it a lot to do with?
You know what? This is great. It's so nice.
Yes.
We're still wearing jackets in Toronto. It's very bizarre. One day it'll be like this, actually. It'll be like super hot. And then it just goes back to like put your jackets on. It's really crazy. So I like the non-bipolar weather better.
Yes, because
This
it's
is nice.
always
Listen,
hot
but
here.
there's perspective because someone, Phoenix, what do you guys call yourselves? In Toronto, we call ourselves Torontonians.
Torontonians. What do we say? What would we say?
What do you guys?
Phoenicians or something like that?
Phoenicians?
I'm
Okay.
still new. I've only been here for 2 years.
Phoenicians?
Yeah, it's
I
not
like
weird.
It. No, I like it.
Okay.
And like Stratuspherians, like,
Yeah.
the thing, right? So
Yeah.
so for my Phoenician Stratuspherians.
Yes,
that's another
love
level.
that.
Yeah, so he said to me, he goes, oh, it must be so nice in Toronto. Whereas I'm like, no, it's nice here. So
Yeah.
there's different perspectives on
Yes,
what you see.
but the heat can be a little overbearing, but you're bringing the heat. You're just one of the hottest WWE wrestlers of all time, and
No.
I am such a fan, and I'm so excited to talk with you about some of your greatest moments, your greatest matches. So I have to ask the first question, what do you feel like is your favorite match that you've ever been in?
Wow. Okay, so for many years, my go-to answer was the main event with Lita.
With Lita,
Of course. For so many reasons, obviously, what it meant for me, to do that moment at that time period was obviously epic. Doing it with my bestie was obviously a moment, and what it's meant for today. Like looking
Right.
back, and we had no idea, by the way, when we were doing it, what it would turn into or how we'd be still talking about it, and
Right.
what would sort of began the foundation of what was to be built. But since then, I have had a chance to go back and dabble a little bit.
Yes.
And I had a little certain steel cage match with Becky Lynch.
Wow, Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
And the thing with me that I always love is you were really gorgeous. You remember the girls were really, really pretty, but some couldn't tussle like how you could. Like you knew how to wrestle, and Bubba Ray Dudley said that you were the number one when it came to work ethic.
Oh, amazing.
And you definitely have it. My favorite Trish Stratus match is WrestleMania 19. It was a triple threat match between you, Victoria, and Jazz.
So underrated.
Good
It was in
one.
Seattle, Safeco Field.
Yes.
Amazing.
That-
And honestly, I think it was an autograph. This is why I love autograph signings, by the way. When I
'Cause
do
they-
them, people come with their moments. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about that. So someone told me about that, and that was their favorite. And I was like, so I went back and watched it.
Good one.
Whoa.
You killed it.
so
Because you remember
good.
you like drop kick Steven Richards.
Yes,
You were
that was-
doing your thing.
I think I did a Stratisfaction off him.
Yes.
It was probably my best one.
Yes.
Because he just like threw me into the crowd practically, but it was amazing.
It was a good
Yeah.
one. And I remember like you hit the cue and then the confetti.
Oh,
What is that energy like? Like no one will ever top the iconic giggle. That giggle, and I used to love when you would start Monday Night Raw, like Monday Night Raw, we're live in Phoenix, Arizona. And it was like, oh, here we go. How does that feel when you're walking down and you got like 40, 50,000 people screaming your name, Stratusfaction? What is that feeling like?
It's so pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's been 25 years and I'm still going back. You're saying
Still doing your thing, yeah.
because it's great. I mean, there's nothing like it. And I've done things. I've done commercials. I've done
Movies.
movies. I've done TV shows. There's just nothing like that instant gratification.
Right.
Doing something, getting the crowds feel for it, whether it's good or bad. I'm not talking about yays, even the boos. Give me the boos
Right.
because that's what I want, actually.
Yes.
In that moment. But, and I've done Canada's Got Talent. All these different things I've done. It's wonderful, but just nothing like it. And
Right.
the fans. That's what it is. There's something about these fans have been committed to me for 25
20 years.
you
Yeah.
know? And they're just so loyal. And I, came from as a fan too. I watched when I was a kid. I got into it, and so I came in from with a fan's perspective, which I think helped me as a performer as well, knowing what does a fan want to see, what evokes emotion, what that kind of energy, what does a fan want to see,
Right.
So like something about them, they give you everything, and it makes you want to go out there and do them proud. When I was crappy in the ring, let's put it that way, green as we say.
Never.
In the beginning, Chris, you got to admit, I was learning.
Kind of like when you were like messing with Vince McMahon, I hated that storyline.
Yeah, me too. But
And I will never bring up the bark. I will never ask you any question
Don't
about
bark
that.
at
Oh, right.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right. I hate that.
Honestly, I would tell you that I didn't mind it as much. Because
Okay.
for me, my character was hated. we needed something to like. How are you gonna have sympathy for someone that you hate, right?
Yeah.
They hated that character. That enabled the fans to have sympathy for me and put me in a vulnerable moment, so then they could then get behind me. And then when I rallied them and they turned on him, they're like, "Yes, girl, you did it." You know
That was what No Way Out 2001. I think
WrestleMania, my friend.
WrestleMania.
Because
Look at you.
Listen, when I was pitched the angle, Billy, I was like, "Isn't then we're gonna what? We're gonna bark like a
Yeah. Good
on
stuff.
my next file, I'll be on my knees." Okay.
I hated that.
Okay, but it will happen. The turn will then happen. You'll get your Trish Stratus will get her up and comings at WrestleMania, the grandest stage of all.
Yes.
I'm like, sign me up.
And then you just became so big. And I have to ask, I know this is a dumb question, but does it hurt? Like when you're going through a table, when you're like, I think you broke your nose, had like bad blood one time. Like, what is the physical ramifications of being like a WWE wrestler with your athleticism? Like, are you going home sore?
Is missing knuckles.
Wow.
No, for our listeners, I'm showing.
Yeah.
I'm missing
Wow.
missing knuckles. We got weird thumbs from breaking them. We have multiple nose breaks. So yeah, it's very real. The physicality is real, of course. And so yes, it takes a toll on your body. There was a point in my life where, when I retired, I had been doing it for about 7 years.
Right.
My body was like, I had degenerative disc damage. I had dislocated my shoulder. So I had a guy doing body work on me. I would literally wrestle for the 4 days on the road. I'd go home. He'd work on me, get my shoulder kind of back so that I could go and like pound someone for a couple days, get back, fix me again. He's like, this is a vicious cycle.
You had a very iconic punch. Like your punch was like, it was full. Yeah, it was good. It was. I'm a fan. I was studying.
I love it. I appreciate that. And that's what I mean. Like fans, like they know, right? They know they've been on your journey. And it's just cool to see how much we resonate with our fans.
100%.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's so good. Now, I will say that you also had a lot of boo things on screen. Bubba Ray Dudley. I mean, you had a few. Do you have a favorite, like your favorite on-screen boo? Because I have mine.
When they booed me, you mean?
No, like your favorite, like your little on-screen boyfriend. Chris Jericho. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Boo.
I went boo that way. Okay.
On-screen romance. Let's do it like that. Do you have a favorite? And I will give you mine. Do you want me to go first?
Here.
Jeff Hardy. When you and Jeff Hardy was rocking, I was obsessed.
Yes, and then it got cut short, right?
Short.
Everyone was like, wait, what?
It was short. Jeff Hardy never got his flowers like that.
No,
he never did.
Thing, which obviously was always Trish and Lita, because that is the thing right there. But then it's like, Trish and Lita with a spin. Let's go Matt and Jeff. And I was like, okay, so we were exploring that, and we were excited because then we're looking for like tag matches, like the stuff we could have done.
Yeah,
was so epic. I broke my ankle.
Yes.
That's what happened, and it just got halted, and we never, at that point, everything evolves and things move on, so we never revisited it. But I was actually, that was one of my most exciting ones because I just knew that, like, we were given a little bit more ring time at that point. We were starting to come into our own as the women on the show, and I thought now taking the women and putting them in this unique scenario with having the tag teaming, which back in the day, now we don't have the intergender, so being able to do that would have been such a great way to present the characters differently.
Right.
Yeah.
So I remember it was like Jeff Hardy and Trish Stratus versus Stevie Richards and Victoria.
Yeah, right.
Good.
There were so many chances
Good
to mix
stuff.
it up.
Really good stuff. Well, I know I don't have you for long, but you're here for an event. You're here in Arizona. You have something really big going on. You're going to be at the Arizona Collectors Expo tomorrow from 10 to 7. Tell me a little bit about that. Are you excited? What's going to be going down tomorrow morning?
Well, it's a one-day show, and they have everything. Like they have cards, they have celebrities, they have memorabilia, they have everything that a collector would want. All kinds of fandom. And then wrestler-wise, since we're talking wrestlers, Sting's going to be there.
Yes, Sting.
My bestie's going to be there.
Amy Dumas, Lita will be there.
That's right. And we're doing bestie shots together, which is
exciting.
Actually really fun because for years it was always like Trish fans and
Lita fans. That's true.
So finally, when they were like, when we became together, like we've been friends, obviously best friends for 25 years. But when people saw us together, like when we did the induction, we were together. Like, wait, they're so then we're like, okay, then the fans united.
And you seem to be friends with all of them. Like you really get along with the girls, which is great.
You're living with them literally. Yeah. You're growing up with them. I went from 24 to 30 years old with these women, growing into my own, and doing the road together and like all that crazy stuff. But yeah, so my bestie, I'm so excited. And for me and Amy, like we just love that we get, she's my son's godmother.
Wow.
We've been in, 25 years.
Maximus.
Right.
Do you call him Max?
Max Stratus.
I love that. I think that's great.
So that'll be awesome. So we're doing that. But I think our timing is, I think Sting's like, there's specific time. I think we're 11 to 4. And I think he's like before us. Sting is before us. Good. So come down, say hello.
We will be there. And we have your new social media manager up in here. Alfred is going to be there.
Shout out to Alfred.
Yeah.
Check my socials.
I love that. And then also lastly, Hot 97.5, we're a female-centered station. So we have a lot of moms that listen to us and know that health and wellness is a really big thing for you. So I'd love for you to talk about, as a mom, how do you take care of yourself? And let's talk about basic basic supplements. Like, talk about it.
Yeah. Well, listen. I'm how do I say this? A senior performer, a veteran,
A veteran, and a legend. Yeah.
Not just I'm talking about status. I just mean my age. Okay, I've been around for a while. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, in order to keep your body intact, you need to take care of yourself. You
Right.
need to do the due diligence. That there's no secret. I actually returned to the fitness world recently. Last year, I shot a fitness cover. I had done one in years. You know, and I kinda like,
That's how you got your start.
yeah, that's exactly. So fitness modeling was start, and then so just last year, I was on the cover, and I was like, oh wow, I got to like think about the prep of it, like it's a whole thing. But luckily, like someone, one of the questions was, wow, you look amazing. Like, how did you? What's the secret? And I said, well, I've been training for 27 years straight.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's no secret. The secret is consistency, and it's about becoming it's not a habit, or sorry, it becomes a habit,
Right.
and it's not
A lifestyle.
It does, it's like it's like brushing my teeth. I just do it as part of my day. And so and for me as a wrestler, I would say yoga is a huge part of why I'm able to go back at this age and do what I do with Iffy, who's half my age.
I love that. I love that. And then my last kind of controversial question. Let's play Bang, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
F, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
Bang,
Sure,
Marry,
yeah.
Kill. Hold your mic up. Hold your mic up.
Okay. Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
Bang, Marry, Kill. Randy Orton, John Cena, Roman Reigns. Bang, Marry, Kill.
Okay. So who are we doing again?
Randy Orton.
Yep.
John Cena.
Okay. We're gonna. Oh God! But I don't want to say bang like
Okay.
that way. I'm gonna bang him in the face.
Okay, I love that.
Because I don't want to. I'm not interested in that.
I love that. I love that. I love it.
So like in a mommy PC way,
Yeah.
bang is in hitting someone in the face.
Let's do it.
And then what was second was
Bang, Marry, Kill.
marry, kill. Oh
Okay.
gosh, I got to marry one of those dudes. I don't know. I think Randy seems like a nice family man.
Yes, he
Let's go
does.
Randy
Got
on the
kids.
marry. Okay, bang. And then okay.
Bang in the face.
And then who's the last one? What are we doing?
Roman Reigns,
And-
John Cena.
And what is the last thing we're doing? Shoot.
Bang, Marry, Kill.
Kill, like murder.
Murder.
I'm not really like much of a murderer. Let's murder John Cena. 'Cause
Okay.
Nobody. My daughter hates him right now.
Yeah,
right?
he's
'Cause
heel,
He
yeah.
does a lot of mean things. And she's
Uh-huh.
like, you know what? It's the first time. Like every time he wins, it's just with the belt. And my 8-year-old. It's horrible. Anyway, and then and then so that's we're gonna
Marry
kill, and
Roman
we're-
Reigns.
I'm gonna marry. No, I'm marrying Randy Orton.
Oh, marry Randy
Because
Orton.
he's-
Bang
although
in
I'm not like Kim, girl. I'm not. But I'm not.
That's his wife? Love that. I
Okay,
love
so
that.
like, you're putting me in a weird spot here.
I
You know,
wanted to. That was my
yeah,
goal.
yeah.
I had to get a little spicy. Well, Trish Stratus, this was like one of the highlights of my career.
Love
I'm
it.
in radio now, and I'm so happy that you came up here. Everyone, you can see Trish Stratus tomorrow at the Arizona Collectors Expo. She will be there from 10 to 7 right at the Phoenix Shrine Auditorium and Event Center. Lita will be there. Sting will be there. She will be there.
And you
It's
know
going to be
what's cool
amazing.
Is Basic is this company I'm working with,
Yes.
and they are sending goodies for the first like couple hundred people that come.
Perfect.
So we got some samples and some good stuff because this is stuff you got to do to take care of your body, and so Basic does that for us, and we're happy to share it. So they're sending me with a big bunch of goodies for everyone.
I love it.
Yes, for my Phoenician Stratus.
Phoenician Strataferians.
I love it.
I love it. It's Hot 97.5. It's Chris Sumlin, and we've officially been stratified.
Good. My mission accomplished.
Thank you so much. That was good.